So yesterday we talked about there's going to be different kinds of nonfiction books that we read. And yesterday we talked about an expository and how an expository text just explains something to me. It gives me information and it usually puts it in a category, kind of like the Birds book yesterday. But today we're going to talk about a narrative story. You have written narrative stories in our writing when school started. And so you know a narrative is just a story. And the giant squid that we read today is a narrative because it tells a story about the squid. It tells the story about how it's moving and how it's going to get eaten and then how it inks and all the things about a squid. So a narrative nonfiction gives me information on one topic, but it tells it as a story. And we've read several books this year kind of like that. The Gecko book that we read had a narrative and an expository in it, but it was a narrative. Can you think of any of the other nonfiction books? I can't think off the top of my head, but we have read several that were nonfiction, but they were a narrative. They told me information, but told me in a story way so that it was a little bit more fun to read. And so we're going to talk tomorrow about a couple different other nonfictions. But remember, we have expository and narrative, and the difference is this one just explains and gives me information in a category, and the narrative story gives it to me in a story-like way instead of just facts.